Hey, what's going on YouTube? James and Jay Kramer Fitness Protein Review Guy. Today, we're going to go ahead and take a look at BSN Synthesis Isolate Chocolate Milkshake, Strawberry Milkshake. If you want to know what I'm talking about today, all the timestamps are listed down below. So let's go ahead and hit it off straight off the bat here. Let's talk about transparency. Is BSN Synthesis Isolate third-party tested? Spoiler alert, the answer isn't as straightforward as you'd hope. When I reached out to BSN directly, they assured me their protein powders are manufactured according to CGMP, good manufacturing practices, and tested in-house. Sounds fancy, right? But here's the kicker. True third-party testing? Nope, nada, zero. I even checked their certifications. The only BSN product verified by Informed Choice is their pre-workout Indo-Rush Synthesis Isolate, not on the list. Which begs the question, if you're confident in your product, why not let an independent lab back you up? Maybe it's because of that sneaky protein matrix on the label. Could it be a smoke and screen for amino spiking? I don't know. But the bottom line here is, if third-party testing is necessary for you, Synthesis Isolate may not be making your cut. Speaking of transparency, let's go ahead and dive into the big question. Is BSN Isolate amino spiked? Is BSN Isolate guilty of it? Well, the evidence isn't exactly comforting. First, let's dissect the infamous protein matrix label. It may sound impressive at the first reading, right? But in reality, it's like saying, trust me, bro, it's protein. There's no amino acid profile shared, no leucine content disclosed, just a vague term to keep you guessing. Here's what I did do, though. I contacted BSN directly. More than enough, they were happy to provide a response within 48 hours, which is awesome customer service. I got a candid response saying something lines, the amino acids are naturally occurring and not added. Translation, we're not going to go ahead and tell you. But for a protein powder marketed to athletes and fitness enthusiasts, this lack of transparency is a massive red flag in my book. So is BSN Isolate amino spiked? I can't say it for certain, but the secrecy around the formula doesn't really inspire confidence for potential buyers. Now let's see how Synthesis Isolate stacks up against competition, because who doesn't like compare protein powders before they make a purchase? All right, let's go ahead and dive into this protein powder battle royale. We're going to go ahead and compare three protein powders, as always: On Gold Standard, Dymatize ISO 100, and a BSN Edge. But who's got what it takes to meet your goals? Let's go ahead and break it down. First matchup, BSN Isolate versus On Gold Standard Whey. First round, examining transparency. On Gold Standard Whey takes the lead here just because of the fact they're able to provide a detailed amino acid profile, so you know exactly how much leucine, isoleucine, valine you're getting per scoop. Meanwhile, BSN doesn't provide that much information. They hide behind terms like isolast and protein matrix. Examining the macros, they're pretty similar. However, the isolate may offer just a couple more calories here, 120 versus 140. Gold Standard offers less sugars, 1 to 2 grams, and fewer carbs, 3 to 6 grams. However, Synthesis Isolate fights back with 2 grams of fiber, giving it a slight edge for a light meal replacement potential. Both deliver 24 to 25 grams of protein per serving. When it comes down to cost and value, Gold Standard pulls ahead with $1.34 per scoop, Synthesis Isolate $1.76. And with On Gold Standard, you are technically getting more servings per container, 29 versus Isolate's 24. Bottom line here, transparency, efficiency, and value are your priorities. On Gold Standard Whey is a clear-cut winner here. But if you're chasing flavor and you're looking something that offers a little bit more of a meal replacement option, Synthesis Isolate can hold its own. These two proteins are very different in regards to goals and expectations. Let's go ahead and break down the stats. Examining digestion speed, Dymatize ISO 100 is a truly one-trick pony, a post-workout protein powder only, offering a hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, whereas Synthesis Isolate is a post-workout shake, combines a fast and slow digesting protein. Its blend of whey isolate and milk protein isolate makes it a little bit more versatile choice, but not ideal if you're prioritizing rapid recovery. Examining the macros between the two protein powders, ISO 100 is lighter across the board, offering fewer calories and fewer sugar and fewer carbs. However, Syntha fights back here with offering 2 grams of fiber, as always, giving a slight edge for a light meal replacement. Both protein powders offer 25 grams of protein per serving. And at value, this is where ISO 100 lands a knockout blow. $1.16 per serving versus Syntha $1.76 per serving, which is significantly more affordable. Examining transparency, like with Gold Standard, ISO 100 provides a clear amino acid profile, offering 2.7 grams leucine per serving. Once again, BSN is hiding behind proprietary blends. Bottom line here, if you need a pure post-workout protein powder for quick recovery, Dymatize ISO 100 hands down wins. However, if you want something that's a little bit more versatile, protein that doubles as a light meal replacement, Syntha isolate might be your better option between the two. Both are marketed differently, but how do they stack up head to head? Examining the protein blend, Syntha Edge stays true to the true meaning of Syntha, which is 6 different protein sources blended for aimed sustained release. Syntha isolate, however, focuses on just 2 protein sources, isolate and milk protein isolate. Looking at macronutrients, here's where they're different. Syntha isolate is a little bit leaner, offering fewer calories and slightly more protein per serving. Edge does counter with significantly less fiber while offering a little bit more fullness due to the higher fat content. Both proteins powders may offer something a little bit different. Examining value, Syntha isolate is slightly cheaper, $1.76 versus Edge's $1.87. Finally, the bottom line here, if you're looking for something that keeps you on track with your dietary choices while you're cutting, Syntha Edge is fantastic. On the flip side, BSN isolate may offer a better meal replacement light option just because it does offer more fiber per serving. Now let's go ahead and switch gears and see what real users are saying in the wild. Amazon reviews reveal all. Now, what are people saying about BSN Syntha isolate on Amazon? Let's go ahead and dive into the reviews, see if they match up with what we've been talking about. A 4.5-star rating out of 5, which sounds super promising. But when you dig a little deeper, you'll find some reoccurring complaints. First up, taste. Chocolate peanut butter and chocolate flavors are often described, I don't know, forgettable. Now, on the bright side, people love how well it mixes. Whether it's with water or milk, this stuff blends flawlessly. No clumps, no hassle, and a clear winner in the convenience department. That said, some users did mention bloating and discomfort. It's not widespread, but it is worth noting. Now, here's the real tea. Most negative reviews don't criticize the quality, but the flavor, consistency, and formula have been updated. If you're big on chocolate peanut butter, brace yourself. It may not live up to your expectations. Overall, Amazon crowd seem to agree. Great mixability, fantastic flavor, but there are a few bumps in the road here. Now let's go ahead and talk about practicality. How many scoops do you need of BSN Syntha isolate do you need to get the results that you're looking for post-workout? All right, let's go ahead and talk the scoops here, because when it comes to BSN Syntha isolate, the serving size matters depending on your goal. Now, usually I quote the 25 grams of protein with 3 grams of leucine post-workout. However, we have to examine the protein source of BSN isolate, whey protein isolate with a milk protein isolate. Think of milk protein isolate as a lower lactose casein. You need to go ahead and up the amount of protein you need post-workout. You need to aim to 30 to 40 grams of protein. The amount of leucine is still the same, up to 3 grams. I firmly believe this protein powder has the potential to be amino spike, so this is the reason why I'm suggesting to you should aim for 2 scoops post-workout if you are using water. If you don't want to use water in the 2 scoops suggestion, I highly encourage you to use high protein skim milk and aim for 1.5 scoops. Now, what about using Syntha isolate as a meal replacement? 1 scoop with high protein skim milk may make it more satisfying without blowing your calories out of the water. Now that we got that covered, let's go ahead and build ourselves a shake. All right, direction is as follows. on BSN Syntha 6 isolate. Mix 1 scoop or 38 grams with 4 to 5 fluid ounces of cold water or beverage of your choice to increase your protein intake per serving and to achieve an amazing milkshake taste. Use non-fat or low-fat milk. First up, milkshake, chocolate milkshake. And as always, I have Pure Choice Farms Shaker Cup Daily Driver, non-sponsored. 1 normal boy scoop going in. There's that. Strawberry milkshake. Once again, 1 normal boy scoop going in. Boom. Here, we're gonna go ahead, shake them both up first. So lock her up again. All right, halfway point here. If you like this long form content, please leave a like. It'll help my small channel grow. And please subscribe because I do weekly protein powder reviews. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at chocolate milkshake first. As you can see, looks fantastic here. No clumping whatsoever. I gave this a perfect score. You can see the top right there. Strawberry milkshake, same thing. Boom, no problems. We're gonna go ahead and start off with chocolate milkshakes. Cheers. Like I shared earlier, tastes like it's serviceable, it's great, but it feels like there's something missing on it. I don't think chocolate is a bona fide home run. It's very servable, it tastes good, it hits the right sweetness and tones. I just don't think it's chocolate enough for me. If it was the only one on the shelf, would I buy it again? Yeah, I would have no problems purchasing. Strawberry milkshake. Cheers. Best way to strawberry milkshake. If you like going to the Golden Arches for a strawberry milkshake, this is what you're getting without the sugar coma. I can drink a 10-pound bag of strawberry milkshake and it still tastes good to me to this day. So strawberry milkshake is delicious. Chocolate milkshake is serviceable, but it's not the certified home run you'd be expecting to get. All right, let's go ahead and break it down here. Let's talk about the pros and cons of BSN Syntha 6 protein powder. All right, here we go. First up, we're going to go ahead and talk about flavor. Syntha 6 consistently knocks it out of the park with the creamy milkshake-like taste and consistency. Strawberry milkshake is a total crowd pleaser. However, chocolate milkshake, it's serviceable. Secondly, let's go ahead and look at the versatility. Whether you're using it as a meal replacement or a post-workout shake, it's in the middle of the road option between the original and Edge. Works decently for both, but not great. And then finally, 3, mixability. No fuss, no clumps, just smooth shakes every time. But now we gotta go ahead and talk about the cons. I got 3 of them. Issue number 1, transparency. No amino acid profile, no detailed breakdown of leucine content, and of course the age-old proprietary blend because we can't share that information with you, which provides more questions than answers. Secondly, thickness. If you're someone who doesn't like a thick post-workout shake, this may not be for you. However, if you are someone who sees something on the label and it is described as a milkshake, I think you're getting truly true milkshake post-workout drink here, even if you do use milk. And then finally, 3, BSN Isolate is a jack of all trades, master of none. It's a solid meal replacement light, decent for a post-workout recovery, but it doesn't really do both fantastically. So after weighing all the pros and cons, you're probably asking yourself, is Syntha 6 a good protein powder? If you're a casual gym goer or just someone trying to clean up your diet, still wants a dessert level flavor without all the sugar coma that be expected for eating a pint of ice cream or a bag of cookies, Syntha 6 Isolate is calling your name. Now, is it good for stimulating muscle protein synthesis? It uses a milk protein isolate with an isolate. Research suggests you need to bump your post-workout protein shake to 30 to 40 grams to maximize recovery. Translation, you're going to have to aim for at least 2 scoops. We're using water, or if you're using high protein skim milk, 1.5 scoops will be enough. What about using it as a meal replacement? I firmly believe Syntha 6 Isolate can play that role, but only as a light meal replacement. It may not be something that's going to be able to hold you long-term 3 to 4 hours, but with 2 grams of fiber, it could be a better alternative than eating a protein bar that offers no fiber. Bottom line, Syntha 6 Isolate excels at tasting great, keeping it simple, and mixing it fantastic. So what's the final verdict on Syntha 6 isolate? So we've dissected everything from flavor to transparency and functionality. At the end of the day, Syntha 6 isolate is a protein powder that's good at many things, but not exceptional at any one. Here are my 3 summary recaps before you should make a purchase. Syntha 6 isolate shines in delivering indulgent dessert-like flavors, making it a treat for those who prioritize taste in their protein shakes. The lack of an amino acid profile and reliance on proprietary blends leaves room for doubt, making it less appealing for those who value transparency in their supplements. While BSN isolate functions okay as a meal replacement light, it's unclear protein quality are you truly getting, and if this is going to be a protein powder that can truly help you reach true muscle recovery. Good at many, but not great at one thing. If you're an experienced gym goer focused on optimizing muscle protein synthesis or someone who values transparency, you probably want to keep searching. At the end of the day, Syntha 6 isolate delivers on flavor, does okay on versatility, but falls short on transparency and muscle building optimization. This is why it earns the grade of serviceable. All right, that's a wrap on my BSN Syntha 6 isolate protein. Now I want to hear from you. What's your must-have feature in a protein powder? Is it transparency? Is it something else? If you're still curious, you can find my full review of BSN Syntha 6 isolate and all my unbiased protein reviews linked down below as well. Plus, I've included links to the protein powders I recommend. The original Syntha 6 is a fantastic, in my opinion, the best budget meal replacement protein powder on the market. ISO 100 if you're looking for a truly strict, one of the best budget priced post-workout shakes. And then finally on Gold Standard, which is also budget friendly with top-notch transparency. And as always, I just want to say thank you for watching. Make it a great day.